Hello, this is Glenn again, back with another replay from the league that I've been playing in with the sort of 6 beginner players. And to look back at this game, this is another game that I lost against the Vampire team, and also against the only other player in the league who had sort of experienced the game before this. I'd actually wanted to start looking at games from some of the other teams. But I've realised that after you close a competition in this game, you can't go back and watch replays from games that you didn't play in, which is a shame because there are others that I wanted to look at. So this will probably be the last one for now that I look at. I may come back to look at some of the playoff games as well and try and see some of the other teams in this league. But as I think I said last time, this is another game that I lost that I was looking at. I wanted to have a look at things because I'm in the playoffs with this team. They're in the sort of the other tie. Just thought it'd be good to go back and have a look. This was a 1-0 defeat. As you can see, it's raining, which makes it trickier for picking up the ball and things, but that's not really something I can blame. So I'm defending here, and my opponent in this game, I know, likes to play really aggressively, so just right the way across the line of scrimmage, likes to maximise blocks, and that's, even though they're not a particularly fast moving team, because I know this coach plays really aggressively, I wanted to sort of limit some of the running down the wings that can do, because if a vampire's in your own half with the ball, it's not quite as easy as when there's a strength 3 player doing that. So that's my thoughts on setting up in this way against vampires. Not necessarily against vampires, but against the coach I was playing against, who just likes to move the ball up the pitch quickly and sort of get on with it. And you'll see even when defending, this coach likes to just load up the front line. Makes it really hard to get 2 nice blocks against them, but doesn't mean you can get more blocks in. Quite solidly crowding around the ball. Yeah, someone's got loose. A couple of players down that left a gap with only 1 dodge available. I think one of the reasons I struggled to keep hold of the ball in this game is I wasn't accounting for sort of aggressive moves that you can make with agility 4 players, which I was speaking about a bit against the elf team in the last video. But the combination of the way that this coach plays the game and having the vampires with some ability to do things like that means that's the sort of thing I should be looking out for. I'll show you what I mean when some examples come up, but you get some sort of really risky dodge moves, which I think I'm safe from, but that come off and lose me the ball, and we'll see them as they happen. To defend this, I think it is scoreless at half time in this game, as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure the touchdown came in the second half when I was receiving. So I think defending this drive went okay. So an unfortunate bloodlust there, which sort of denied a player protecting the ball. had to move another one in. Means this beastman's unmarked, so. Yeah, just throwing lots of go for it rolls that are unnecessary, but he's sort of getting away with it at the moment. Yeah, so so I've got a bit of a problem here defending this because I've got so a strength 4 player with an assist at the moment on the ball. Player down here who's a threat to score. Even with the rain, I can't discount the fact that he still catch that on a 4. Players on the floor. I've got this player is on the floor, so he can come in, take this assist out. That's probably all I'm really looking at. But even if I manage to knock this vampire over, there's players available here to just come and at least pressure the ball next turn. So the sort of aggressive play styles definitely paying off at the moment. So that's just a tackle zone on all 3 of those players, but he'd be easy enough to move away. Yeah, I should have got someone on this player as a safety measure. Yeah, and only get the push on the ball carrier. So yeah, so he was easily moved, like I said, and now we've got a knockout 2. So that's the player off the pitch. We've got a couple of players here available to come help out the ball carrier. We need 2 assists, although he just splits with that one. Moving aside, only getting the push there. That's unfortunate. Going for the pass. Has a reroll available for the catch, but yeah, so Bay's let down by that. So it wasn't even the rain that did it. That was just 2s. But yeah, I should have had someone on that player. That was risky leaving him. With with agility 4, that's still a decent chance of throwing the ball. So now I'm just trying to get players available. Now I can't blitz him. Should probably not have pushed him onto the ball there, because that's worse for me than where it was before. I'd have had 2 tackle zones on it there if the throw was laying there. Now I just need to try and limit vampires dodging through. Frees up a beastman to come pick it up. Handy. But he's a bit exposed. He's probably going to go, well, you can get a free vampire here. There's a decent chance he'll be going down. It's tough to get to him. I've probably been feeling confident that he's okay like that. Yeah, does get through. So that's one of those moves I was talking about where so he's gone 1, 2, that's a 4+ dodge, 4+ dodge. No, actually, it's agility 4. We're talking 3+ dodge, 3+ dodge, 2+ dodge. Vampire doesn't have dodge, he does have a couple that do. yeah, sort of those risky plays that I wasn't properly accounting for. Didn't work out well. Both down means I dropped the ball, but didn't exactly work out. But that's the sort of thing I should then be looking out for. Like, he's willing to make those plays. I have to defend against it. And I think I got a bit, not really cautious enough later in the game about moves like that. So my policy of trying to make sure I've got a reroll available for pickups is helpful there. And then, yeah, I'm not sure I was throwing that one dice block. Probably didn't really need to. That's left 2 players free here. So I'm 2 players down at the moment, and I'm still technically defending this drive as well, even though I've got the ball. Yeah, being a couple of players down is not that helpful. Yeah, so more dodging through. Kind of needed these players closer together. I don't think I really had the option at the time. But I think this is the one that had blitzed over here and then moved away, so it could probably have been a bit closer to make those dodges harder. Yeah, so a lot of turnovers coming down. Yeah, so not ideal position for me here. So the Vampires have got 2 tackle zones on the ball. Another player available to stand up next time. I don't have a lot going on around here. Probably going to have to make a dodge if I need to, if I'm going to do anything this turn, which I don't really like doing. I do have a beast man who has dodge, which is this one. So that might be where I'm looking to do it. Perhaps blitz on this thrall. Maybe on the Vampire. I'd have 2 dice on the Vampire, so it'd be silly not to take that option. Yeah, so it's on the Vampire and having block help there, and yeah, get a player off the pitch as well. Which is, yeah, the first Vampire has left the pitch. I was just going to say I wasn't sure, I didn't follow up there, but so I could have 2 dice on that block and then, yeah, keep 2 tackle zones on the ball. Another 1 dice block that I just didn't need to throw. I mean, I came out better from it, but still risking injuring my players for no real gain there. Yeah, so it's trying to grab the ball and then bite on a thrall with bloodlust. I think that evens us up for numbers, down to 9 each. Oh no, that's 3 knockouts for the Vampire, so I'm outnumbering them. Okay. I've still got this Vampire on the ball. Now just looking at needing to get someone into scoring position. We're coming towards the end of the half. I'm not picking this beastman up yet because I want to move this vampire first so that this one can come pick the ball up. So shoved him on the ball, hopefully something better, and that's 3 tackle zones on the ball for me is better. But means he's now not going to be going for the ball this turn because it'll take a dodge. Vampire gets a touchline. Quite refreshing not to have the turnover klaxon. So yeah, going for the risky dodge out there with his blitz. That probably shuts down chances of scoring this turn, this half rather. Try and get my boostman free there. Still had a reroll fortunately. Just I want to point out because this Chaos Warrior is over here, sort of that direction was the obvious place to blitz, but I wanted to go that way to make sure if I only got a push I could send him away from the Beastman into this square. I could have come in from this way and pushed him to there obviously, but yeah, that was why, rather than only being forced to push him there or there, would have been less than ideal, or either of these spaces. So I wanted one of the squares away from the Beastman available to push to if I'd only got pushes. So out of rerolls now, but sort of looking at, hey, yeah, got the pass, their pick up rather. Make sure that Beastman's in scoring position and then surround the ball carrier. Yeah, throwing the ball, especially in the rain, not that good for a Chaos team. It's never going to be plan A, but last turn of a half, it's worth a shot. Obviously, it doesn't come off because I don't score in this game. But okay, so foul bloodlust straight away. Still have rules available. Yeah, I don't think that vampire could easily have reached this Beastman, so trying to shut things down here. Yeah, more dodges, yeah, so got through those dodges. I left this side of the ball carrier available because I was relying on this or these Chaos Warriors to be protecting that side, but didn't quite work out. Yes, got a player into the end zone for a last ditch throw, but didn't work out either. So yeah, that's no score this half. I'm pretty sure is that just half time? No, I had one more turn, but we know that nothing's going to happen here. So let's get to the second half. Here we go. Yeah, so Vampire Coach defending, but right the way along the line means 2 dice blocks are going to be very hard to come by. I've got the 2 players back there who I wouldn't mind scoring with. Yeah, we're looking at, I'm sort of showing right at the moment to try and burst through this way. The best vampires on the wings with block and dodge. Maybe have had the vampire here and the thrall here for a bit more protection. I think because that was only a push, I decided to blitz this side instead. So I've thrown blocks with all 3 of my players a block before picking the ball up, the safer moves, and then pick the ball up while I've still got a re-roll before throwing any further ones. Just trying to pick on the thralls. Because they're strength 3, I can get 2 dice on them. But I should have been bearing in mind some lessons from the first half where we had vampires making really risky dodges to break through, and actually I only need one of these Chaos Warriors to go down in this next turn to leave my Bull Carrier really exposed. You shouldn't be this far forwards. This point, it's a 1-0 win would be great for me, and I've still got 7 turns. Bull should be back here somewhere, out of movement range of any of these vampires. Yeah, so that's that 1 Chaos Warrior going down, 1 dodge, 2 dice block on the Bull Carrier, which I gave away a bit too easily. Can't really rely on sort of isolated players. These are all sort of spaced out. Can't really rely on them staying up when the other team have strength 4 players who can match you. Especially if they can chuck an assist in. Right, so now, second turn of the half, we're looking at 2 down Chaos Warriors here. One of them's marked as soon as he stands up, so we're looking at getting this one in for 3, 4, 5. That'll be a 2 dice block on this vampire. Vampire has block, this Beastman doesn't, so already a bit dicey. Both of these players are marked when they stand up. I want to get him away from the touchline. I've got this player available as well, though, who has block, so maybe a blitz from this this Beastman with block on here. And actually, I don't even need that Chaos Warrior in then, because that'll be 4, 5, 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd need to go for it to get a blitz, but that's still probably my safest play once I've stood players up. But I don't remember what I did. So just run that Chaos Warrior 3. Try and make a space that I'm going to move into. I imagine I probably want to be getting the ball into that square. Don't blitz with that Beastman though. Okay, just go for it there with horns to get the 2 dice without block. And still leaves this Beastman mobile then, so that's a decent shout. At this point, no, I remember this. I was clearing the space, neglecting the fact that I had this vampire on the floor who's going to be able to blitz me wherever I stood the Bull Carrier, anywhere safe that I could stand the Bull Carrier. This vampire is going to be able to blitz, so I'm making the risky move of fouling with the person carrying the ball, just trying to at least get him stunned. So that was poor planning, really. I should have been looking to keep him safe somewhere away from this down player. Didn't get sent off, but it didn't actually do anything either, so I've still got that risk there. And I'm now trying to, so I got that Beastman off the touchline. So that's assist taken out. Didn't make the blitz there. I'm going for a hypnotic gaze instead. Couldn't see who that was on. I don't know if it was really that necessary. Yeah, so blitz came from a different vampire, but still now I'm in a very tight situation. Put my best Beastman involved in the immediate action, which was maybe helpful. But yeah, surrounded 3 tackle zones on my ball carrier here. So I really need to be doing something about that immediately. I've got 3 Beastman here and 3 Chaos Warriors available, so that's a lot of pitch control in 3 Chaos Warriors who are free to do what they like. Let's see how I use it here. Yep, so just throwing tackle zones in. That's one of the players on my ball carrier down. Perhaps that takes this assist away, but I'm not sure. I can't really see what I'm doing here. So it was a failed go for it. Don't know, I really needed to do that. Unless I'm looking at, I've probably counted out where I want my ball carrier, and it's maybe over here, and one step away wouldn't have been any good. Okay, so blitzing with the ball carrier to try and get through, but don't have block. Yeah, so it was great pressure from the Vampire team. It left me with no real options there. I think I could have used this player definitely better. Over here, maybe blitzing. I had this Beastman who could have blitzed here. Yeah, I think that would be better moves. Better moves I could have made there. Okay, so that's the ball turned over, and now because I was so focused on getting the ball over here, and when there was no real rush, there's not a lot I can do about this Vampire at the moment. Looking at relying on my block dodge Beastman to try and dig me out of a hole, I think. When I started moving away, I was like, oh yes, one less dodge roll I need to make, but that's a really great position to block off my incoming blitzer. So I freed up this Beastman to come in for an assist, I think. And then I'm looking at blitzing with this one, pretty sure. Still got players on the pitch, I should be standing up earlier than this. Take out their assists, and he should have been up long ago. Go back for more numbers there. Yeah, just trying to limit movement of these players next turn. So dodge came in useful there. There was a failed dodge, and the reroll it gave me helped out. Yeah, so this Vampire is still a threat. I'm sure we'll see that Vampire going for the ball next turn, one way or another. And turns where they're both down. So yeah, my attacks fell apart over there, and I managed to knock the ball free again, but now finding myself defending on one of my attacking drives. Yeah, that Vampire now has the ball. And I think it could be next turn we see the touchdown, actually. So that's my good Beastman down with a risky 1 dice block. This one's not very free to do much about it. Yeah, and he's well marked now. I think this Beastman's probably my only hope here. Of 1 dice on the ball carrier who has block and dodge, so it's a 1 in 6 chance. Yeah, 1 in 6 chance of knocking him down. This Beastman does at least have block. I did have in mind is where vampires have bloodlust to deal with. There's a vampire on the ball. What he's really going to want is this thrall standing in the end zone in case a one comes up for Bloodlust. He's out of rerolls, so I think I'm probably just. And I was thinking about this in the game. Like I need to pin down the thralls. If you can pin down or injure the thralls and limit where they can be going, that can be pretty helpful. Because knocking them out is a hammer for every job sort of approach to it, but can't rely on knockouts. Yeah, so that's trying to force a vampire into dodging, but now I'm just I think Bloodlust is my only hope of stopping the touchdown at this point, but that's fine, and he just runs it in. I think the real lesson for me on my attack there was I was a bit over eager. I could have been much more patient. Both the turns I was holding the ball, I was trying to get further up the pitch than I needed to. Yeah, more patience, better protection for the ball. Probably would have helped it. I think I just get excited when I'm attacking and just want to score. But yes, another aggressive defensive setup. Vampire right on the touchdown is an interesting choice. Oh, he's come in. Yeah, so this time he has put the block dodge vampires right over to the side on both wings, which is better protection than having a thrall there, because you can blitz from here, make a gap. So now I've basically got the same, it's pretty much the same setup as before. I've got the same task enemy, but I've only got 3 turns to score a touchdown now. Which means I do need to panic a bit more. I'm not really sure what he's doing there. That defensive reshuffle. But probably looking at where the ball was landing, actually. And so I get a nice catch off of the bounce. So I don't need to worry about picking up the ball, which is helpful. I'm out of rerolls anyway, but now this is the obvious space for me to try and exploit. So push for another 2 dice block. Yeah, only using the blitz there just to get horns for 2 dice. A couple of knockouts is useful. You're struggling for time to score. Getting players off the pitch can really help. So I've left here. Yeah. This is the thing I so often miss when I'm looking at protecting my ball carrier. I've left quite an easy space to get into there without dodging and get a blitz on the ball carrier. And it's just a case of making sure these players can't assist. It's a vampire doing it, so we're probably looking at who we got here. Probably this. Yeah, so maybe that thrall in there. This vampire dodges there on the 2 into their 2 dice on that beastman. That's the sort of thing I so often miss when I'm, even after all these years playing this game. Yeah, it's so easy to miss things like that. Oh, I find it. Diagonals are much better protection than straight lines. He was, I think, over here somewhere, this beastman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he had movement to get in there, which would have been much better protection. Can't remember what actually happens. I'm pretty sure this beastman carries the ball further anyway, so I don't think that happens, or maybe it's just a pushback or something. But yeah, that's definitely a weak point. Yeah, so he's gone thrall in there straight away. But this vampire making the block there does make you leave even more space. Just need someone on this Chaos Warrior. I can't see what he's doing here. Just taking a different approach. My apothecary steps up here and reduces that to an injury. I think that's just a miss next match. Yeah. And that next match was the game against the Orcs, which was the first in this series. So I only had 3 Chaos Warriors in that game. So losing players, helping my attack to fall apart a bit. Okay, so here comes the blitz on, not on the ball carrier. Okay, interesting. Could be aware of the time that I've only got 2 turns to score. Okay, we're just getting there, but that was a failed go for it, leading to a knocked out vampire. That's that was a block dodge one as well. So I'd be thinking at this point, and that's quite good for me. So hang on, I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vampires. So I'm outnumbering them. I'm holding the ball. I've got 2 turns, clear pitch ahead of me. I should really be scoring from here. I just have to make sure these 3 players can't do anything about it. So straight into putting up a screen, getting the ball carrier down. If I can knock this vampire over, I've got another 3 beastmen over here. Really go for it then, because I needed, then I'm not saving it for my last turn. So get that vampire down, another 3 beastmen to come in here. And this is setting up really nicely to come be a decent attack. So this vampire's stunned. So we're looking at the vampire's only play is one of these vampires to be making difficult dodges into here. And it's going to be into 2 tackle zones to get the ball carrier, which normally is going to be pretty safe. But if they were closed in a bit more. So this one failed a bloodlust roll. Hypnotic gazes didn't come off. I don't think one came off in this game. But, okay. Yeah, so this vampire is making the blitz on the ball carrier. Makes the dodges. It's only 4+ dodges, but you kind of think that sort of penalty you're usually safe from that sort of play. But no. So that's the attack falls down. This player can still score, but I need to pick it up in a tackle zone in the rain. So that's going to be a 5+ pickup. And then 2 go for it. And that's all I've got left to try and get the score on. So if I play this team again, I need tighter caging. Obviously I've got opportunity for a blitz here to get. Yeah, so push them away from the ball, makes the pickup slightly easier. So now I'm looking at 4+ and 2 go for it. But fouled out on 3. So that's the game. And then just at one last vampire turn, which nothing much happens in. Yeah, so against this team, I think specifically because of the way this coach plays, really aggressively, sort of big risks for big rewards that come up, and if they don't come up, it just sort of shrugs it off. But I need to watch out for that. So tighter cages around the ball carrier against this team. I think try and make it. If you're making vampires dodge into 3 tackle zones, it's going to go wrong. Well, it's going to go wrong a lot anyway with those risky plays, but you're still giving a chance to get at the ball when you need to score. Things are going to go wrong then. I was just interested to see if so no hypnotic gazes came off. I think a lot of the time he was trying to hypnotic gaze from in another tackle zone, which is putting penalties on it. But that's with their agility, that's probably not that big a deal. But none came off. He doesn't build his game much around that anyway. It's more about using the vampire's really good stat line to good effect. So I think that's really all I need to do. Be a bit more patient in my attack and tighter screening of the ball against this team should I come up against them again. We'll see how that goes. So I did. I think at the beginning I wanted to look at some more matches, but because we finished the close this competition so that we can look at to sort of confirm this last round. Because I wanted to look at this game, but now we've closed the competition, I don't have replays available of it. But these were the two teams who finished bottom of the table, so I thought it would be a really good one to look at. Because I think it's fair to say that both of these players have struggled the most to get to grips with the game, which is reflected in the positions. So I thought it'd be a really good one to look at from a point of view of looking at improving playing the game. But that's no longer available to us, which is a shame, and I didn't notice that until this morning. But yeah, it was nice to see, because the Noble team here had come into it with 6 losses into that last game and hadn't yet scored a touchdown, but managed to win it, which is really nice to see, I thought. But yeah, so that's where we're up to. That was how it finished. I don't think I'm going to look at any more of the games from this 7-game round robin. I may come back to some of the playoffs afterwards and have a look at those. But yeah, thanks for tuning in for another one. Yeah, we may see you again. You can come back perhaps in a couple of weeks and see how the playoffs went. Thanks a lot.